want to show you some pictures now of Michelle Obama. She's hosting the Kids Inaugural We Are the Future concert tonight. Just got started. It's happening at the Verizon Center here in Washington, D.C. Her daughters, Malia and Sasha, are there, along with Dr. Jill Biden, Joe Biden's wife, and Dr. Biden and their grandchildren. The crowd anxiously awaiting to see Miley Cyrus and the Jonas Brothers, superstars, take the stage. The concert is honoring military families. We're going to bring a little more of it to you when Michelle Obama starts speaking. We're expecting her to address the crowd. CNN senior political analyst David Gergen is at the Newseum, and he is joined by Faye Wattleton. Faye, I want to start with you because, you know, when you think historically about why people were here back in 1963, it really wasn't about the dream. It was about financial, economic empowerment and equality. And I think sometimes that message is forgotten. Come Wednesday, the day after Barack Obama is inaugurated, a lot will not change for people. People who are impoverished remain impoverished. People in bad schools remain in bad schools. People on their way to prison remain on their way to prison. A lot doesn't change. What do you think the next focus has to be that can move the ball?
Well, I think that's really sort of interesting that Mr. Obama has been elected at a time when the country is facing enormous economic challenges. And it really was at the end of Dr. King's life that he was beginning to move the civil rights movement toward addressing the enormity of the economic inequality. So I think that this is the time for Mr. Obama. The country is going through a very, very difficult challenge and a crisis, and the American people are looking for him to provide the leadership. The most recent poll said that Americans are very clear that the problems are very deep, very complex, but also we have patience. And that is a wonderful sign that we've grown up a bit as a country, that we're maturing to understand that these problems don't get solved overnight, and it takes a little bit of time, and that he will have a tremendous groundswell of goodwill on which he can build to address these complicated problems.
It's a groundswell of goodwill, but David, you're a realist more than anybody else I know. At some point in Washington, D.C., that goodwill can end. You know, he wants to be transformative. He often talks about, and people talk about Martin Luther King being transformative. You can't be transformative just by being the first black president. That's not quite enough. Am I right?
Absolutely not. But first of all, let me just say what a pleasure it is to be here with Faye, because she's been such a pioneer for human rights as well as Dr. King and others. Listen, so that on Wednesday, he actually can start making a difference, not only in moving ahead on his economic program, not only in making new decisions about Iraq, but very